Yeah, hi. This video is for the Minister of Interior, something Ojo, Wale Ojo. Yes, I'm so much interested in your reforms, which you'll be receiving accolade for. Though it's copy and paste, it's nothing new. It's a standard practice, all over the world. Even when we still have a long way to go, but I think you've tried so far, trying to reform some of the our immigration policies and administrative protocols. Well, my only concern is that before you did some of this reform, carry out some of this reform, you didn't consult all stakeholders. For example, for the fact is that if you look at those who people are more likely to use an ordinary passport today. When I mean ordinary passport, the international passport, as people normally call it, but it's an ordinary passport. Who are more likely to use it? Unlike the Western world, where people get their passport for ID, for identity purposes, even if they are not traveling, people like to get a passport, driver's license, passport, because of ID. But in Nigeria, people that are more likely to have an international passport are those who want to travel abroad, those who are travel abroad, or those who intend to travel abroad. But now you introduce some policies, about passport for those living in diaspora without proper consultation with them. My qualms with this whole process is that it kind of creates a huge barrier, for those living in diaspora. The barrier in the sense that you came up with a new policy that to renew your Nigerian passport that a lot of us have had for so many years. I think this is my fifth time I'm renewing my passport, if not more than. Well, I've had my passport since I've been using Nigerian passport since I just finished secondary school in Nigeria. So and that was during the 70s, late 70s. So you can imagine, and it runs for 5 years. So you can imagine how many times I've renewed my passport. I passed through the process of when you started changing the face, the cover, and all these things. From when we start using the black passport to the green passport to the ECOWAS passport to the biometric passport, I've been through that process. Now, my problem with your policy is that you are saying that to renew Nigerian passport, somebody must have an NIN. And those of us who have our passport are expired. How do we get NIN? Is it not better if you have come to the UK or we have organization of Nigerian residents in the UK. We have organizations in America, in Europe, it's all over. All you have to do, if you can't make it yourself, use the embassy to consult with stakeholders. They will tell you how do you renew a Nigerian passport. You fill the form online, you pay online, you go to capture. On the day of your capture, they take your fingerprint, they take your picture. And that's the same process. You register for NIN. Because I've seen when my older brother went to register for NIN in some flats. I refuse to do it because it doesn't. I can't know the rationale behind you telling Nigerians to go to people's private houses to start giving their fingerprint, everything. You appoint your cronies. You just want people to make money. You appoint them to be registering, processing our NIN, and it takes just 5 minutes. So why not when you went to renew the day you go to capture for your Nigerian passport, right? And the day why don't you just register for the NIN the same day at the embassy? Who is the best? It's because of the data protection. This country is not in support of whatever you're doing, and the more to the problem you are giving to Nigerian diaspora. Me that live in Nottingham, you appointed some guys to be taking people's fingerprint. You understand what I'm saying now? People that live in Birmingham, they have to go elsewhere. People that live in Covey, they have to go to Manchester. You understand what I'm saying? Now, people that live in London, you understand? And the agents are not over London. Some of them are in, I think about 2 agents in London or whatever. People have to travel from one end to another end. It doesn't make sense. Why not the embassy? Why should and moreover, they are saying that we should come and pay £70. The money is not the problem now. It's £70 to come and register for NIN. Then before that, we have to go and show affidavit again. Those people are charging £30 for affidavit, and you have to leave a Nigerian address. You have to use a Nigerian address to show affidavit. How can I use that when I live in the UK? So everything, there's something that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why are you making things difficult for Nigerians? And you are saying that those that have accounts in Nigeria, if you don't have NIN, you can't operate account. What about people in diaspora that have account in Nigeria? What do we get for the money we remit to Nigeria every year? For the assistance we are giving to people in Nigeria, what do we get for that? And you come to England, you go all over the world, and Nigerians come and invest home. How do we come and invest home when you're making things difficult for us? You're making things difficult just to renew Nigerian passport I had for years, to renew passport. You can't turn to Wahala again. That I should go and do NIN, I do register for NIN in people's house. Who does that now? Why can't I do the NIN in the embassy? That's another criteria. That's how to, even there are £70. If you pay that £70 to the embassy will generate money from there. Because you are never able to pay the workers. Nigeria don't have an ambassador. And to generate money now, you are giving the money to individuals. But they go do NIN, they take a fingerprint for this country. When we say 70%, they say, Lord, you don't want the one at their point, they are fraudists. Take your name, your date of birth, everything you have, and data protection in this country, right? Kick against that. So you are committing crime in England. You are telling people, your agents to come and commit crime in England. What nonsense is that now? You have to change this thing if you want to renew your passport. For those of us that have passports, you don't go to Nigerian embassy as you are renewing your passport, make it a criteria that you must register for NIN there and there. Even if you say, pay £100, we'll pay and there. What's all this nonsense now? And you saw affidavit. What affidavit again? Somebody have passport. When they use Swiss, make also affidavit again, say I get passport. How can I show affidavit that I have a passport? Something is not right somewhere, man. I should show affidavit. Why are you making things difficult for everybody? Eh? That was how my wife came to Nigeria last year to register for NIN. She couldn't get the NIN before she came back to England. When they go there, they say no power, no this, no this. Go and register SIM card. Go and do this. Which kind of wahala be all this thing? Is that how to collect data? Here in the Western world, data, or the NIN, they call National Insurance Number. You get, as they finish secondary school, right? The very month, a month before they finish secondary school, all the students start receiving a National Insurance Number because they have the data of, through the Ministry of Education, data of all the children in school. You catch them young, you collect your data young. So by the time, in the next 20 years now, all the number of people in the UK, right? It's not easily easily enumerated because you collected them from primary school already, from secondary school already. I don't understand this country. That's why you're supposed to be doing this. Start your process. If you want to copy properly. Start giving NIN to our young ones that just completing their secondary education. They don't need to you capture them from the school there. You have data, they have Ministry of Education. Take your officers there with their machine and capture them there. Those that want to finish that year, 16, those that attain the age of 16, they should be taking their fingerprint, everything, whatever you want to do. And this fingerprint, you want to register for phone, they take your fingerprint. You want to get a SIM card, you want to register, you go to bank, they take your fingerprint. This fingerprint, are we criminals? Are we criminals in our own land? Yeah? Even the Americans said when they take fingerprint are better, they don't do reach this level now. What did happen? Oh, wow.